Oh hi, hello people, welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is quite interesting. It's from JRE Clips-Joe Rogan. Why would God make people gay if it is immoral? This is a very important, interesting conversation, very timely, very interesting, because they are celebrating the Pride Month in the US, are celebrating, or were celebrating. I'm not sure if it's over, right? So I feel like this conversation is a timely conversation, and being that it's becoming so rampant and in the society today, so I'm super excited to be watching this with you guys. I'll be dropping my thoughts during the course of the video and after. My name is Faith Ogechi. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, hello, hi. Do well to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment on what you think about this video, and turn on your post notification bell. Okay, let's get straight into it.
Why would God make people gay in the first place?
Well, of course I would say it comes from God. If I didn't believe that, then I wouldn't be Christian.
Okay. Why would God make people gay if he didn't want them to engage in gay sex?
All people have proclivities or towards different sins, different things that we would call sins.
Yeah, but if that's like their fundamental attractiveness, they're attracted fundamentally to other men.
First question I need to ask: did God actually make anybody gay? I think you guys, please help me answer this question in the comment section. If you're a Christian, you're a believer, right? Did God actually create some people to be gay? Let's continue the video.
Or other women. Like, why? It seems like something that God gave them. Like, why would God give you an attractiveness, or why would you be attracted to the same sex if that was morally reprehensible, if that was against God's will? Why would he instill that lust and that desire and that feeling of being attracted and feeling of being in love with someone of the same sex?
I don't think instilled is not the word that I would use. I don't think God instills it. I think that one of the again, you want to get into Christian doctrine. I mean, one of the basic elements of Christian doctrine is that we're a fallen species, and so there are many things that come out of our kind of fallen human nature, and we all have, like I said, we all have proclivities towards sin, and no one's going to live a perfect life, To live a moral Christian life is really difficult. Requires a lot of sacrifice, no matter who you are. And that's it. I mean, it's.
Have you wrestled with these thoughts before? Have you had these kind of conversations and really
Sure, absolutely.
Tried to figure out why would God create gay people? Do you think that God has created gay people, or do you think they have a choice?
God has created all people, so every person that's gay was created by God, of course. Where exactly does that proclivity come from? Like I said, I don't know exactly. I mean, to say that someone's born gay, I have issues with that go beyond theology, because now you're talking about, if you're born with any sexual proclivity, then that means that we're talking about like gay infants and so on. And
right, but don't you think people are born straight? That some people are born straight? Were you born straight?
It's an odd way of talking about it. Like to say that a baby is heterosexual. I think babies don't have a sexuality in that sense.
Right,
that's something
but eventually they will develop a sexuality, and a small percentage of them will be homosexual, and that's always been been documented. It's natural.
Yeah,
it's even natural in some animals.
Yeah, well, I mean, we started by talking about laws.
I feel like Matt Walsh doesn't have the strength to debate Joe Rogan. I feel like Joe Rogan is actually, he wants answers, right? Joe Rogan actually knows the right thing. He just wants answers. He wants gay people to actually see this. He wants I wish that it was someone else that was debating this, like Douglas Murray, right? I feel like they would have more to say. Not like he's he's saying is not important, or what he's saying does not make sense. I just feel like he feels so exhausted by the conversation. That's what it feels like. First, did God make gay people? God created everybody. He made man, he made woman, he made animals, he made everything. Now that sexual proclivity, or what was the word he used? That's gay thing. God did not create gay people and straight people. God created man and woman. And when God wanted a sexual relationship, he created Adam and he created Eve. He created Eve for Adam. He did not create another Adam to mate with Eve. You understand what I mean? He didn't create another Adam to mate with Adam. He created Eve, an opposite gender. So God created man for a woman. God created a woman for a man, not a man for a man, a woman for a woman. Now, where does that sexual perversiveness come from? Where did it come from? I'm sorry, I'm not using the right words, but you guys should please follow me. Where did it come from? There was this thing that was conducted, and they asked people, what led you to become gay, right? Why, how did you start? How did you know that you were gay? Most of them said that, what they saw on social media, their environment, what they read, what they saw. So it was like environmental factors. It was not like I woke up feeling like I wanted to have sex with a male gender. I woke up feeling like I wanted, I started having feelings for another same sex. So it was like an environmental factor. Another thing is what you have filled your head with, what you have seen, what you have read. And again, because I feel like a lot of people these days love to experiment, especially teenagers, when they are moving from being adolescents to teenagers and then becoming adults, especially that teenage years where they're adolescents, where they are beginning to have a lot of changes on their body. That's why I feel like every parent, it starts from childhood. It starts from when they were young children. You don't just, I mean it's very rare, or I don't know. I know that there are adults, there are grown adults who are gay, right? But I feel like it starts from somewhere. It starts from a source, starts from a foundation. So I feel like that's why it's important that children have their parents present. We've heard of parents that take their children to hospitals where they give them hormone blockers, take them to remove their body parts and all of those things. So I feel like it starts from there. God did not create a gay. He didn't create somebody and say, okay, you have that sexual desire towards your same sex. Do you understand what I mean? God created everybody, but that sexual desire, I don't think so. It all comes or stems from what you see in your environment, what you hear people say, what you watch on social media. A lot of these children, a lot of these people see. There was this guy that talked about how he became homosexual, that he used to see a lot of people on TikTok, that they used to, talk about, how they want to be transgender, how they wanted to be this. And then he started, that was where the whole desire, to be with a man started from. So that, I feel like that's where it all stems from. But I don't know, Matt Walsh seemed very exhausted about the conversation. Yeah, but let's complete the video.
And what laws are put in place. Now we're talking about Christian teaching.
But don't you think that
Christianity has I don't deny that Christianity has a challenging sexual moral code, but we're also, I'm not suggesting that the Christian sexual morality should be codified into law.
But isn't that what's happening if that's how we define marriage? Because marriage is law. And if marriage shouldn't involve gay people, then you are saying that it's because of Christian fundamentalist ideology.
No, because I think you can talk about the marriage issue without even getting into biblical morality, which is what I was doing. I mean, you brought up the Bible.
Right.
I didn't introduce
Well, I brought about, we talked about Christianity in particular.
Right, but that's my point. It's like you introduced that to the conversation.
Yes. Because I wanted to find the reason why you opposed gay people being married.
Do you guys oppose gay people being married? What do you think about gay people? Do you think God created gay people? Obviously, God doesn't like gay. And I think in my previous video, I mentioned something about God hating the sin and not the sinner. So I think we also need to reiterate that fact that God does not hate gay people. God hates the sin because the sin could destroy your soul and the sin could lead you to hell, right? So God does not hate gay people because he obviously created them. But it is the sin that God hates. But I would love you guys to drop your contributions on what you think about gay marriage. Do you think gay people should get married? I mean, this from a Christian perspective. I'm not talking from the liberal point of view. I mean, from a Christian perspective now. Do you think gay people should get married? Do you think that God created gay people? Do you think God created straight, some people gay? What do you think about, adults taking their children to have hormone blockers and all those sort of things? What do you think about that conversation? I feel like because they are celebrating the Pride Month, it is raising an awareness. A lot of young people are watching them. A lot of young people are getting perverse. A lot of things will be going through a lot of young people's minds, especially the ones that do not have their guardian or their parents teaching them the right from the wrong. Another thing I think I need to point out here is that, I mean, I'm not going to hold anybody against, nobody's holding anything against anybody. But I feel like children should not be dragged into this. I feel like, allowing children, participate in the Pride Month, allowing a 5-year-old child to, I'm a girl, but I think I'm a girl in a boy body. Those kind of conversation. I think we should not involve the children. If you want, as an adult, want to be gay, whatever you want to be, transgender, I feel like, okay, it's your decision, you're an adult, but dragging children into it, I feel like it is not fair. It is not fair on the children. So I feel like children needs to be protected from this. And yeah, I mean, there are some parents who, there was a story I covered about this young 14-year-old child. I think she was still in secondary school. He became transgender, right? I think was a female, and she started having this feeling of she being a boy, so she wanted to go through transgender. Her parents took her to a doctor, took her to the hospital, and they started giving her hormone blockers. From there, she started having, after taking hormone blockers for a while, she went into surgery to take out some of her body parts, just so that she could become a guy, a boy. She was still a teenager, right? A lot of things went down with that child. She talked about how, she became suicidal at some point, how it affected her education, how it affected her mental health. So I feel like a lot of young teenagers, when I say young people, I'm not talking about adults, young adults. I'm talking about teenagers, because these ones are the ones that needs to be protected. I feel like they need to grow. They need to understand. We all grew up. We understood our childhood. We played. We enjoyed that innocence. Let children be. I feel like let children be. Let them enjoy their innocence. Let them enjoy that stage. Yeah, when they become adolescents, they become curious, inquisitive. Oh, what's going on in my body? Oh, there's so many changes in my body. What is going on? I feel like that's the place of a guardian or a parent. Okay, this is what's going on. It is very normal. Okay, it is very normal. This is what you can do. This is what you can do. Not introducing them or enabling that feeling or that thoughts in them. Please our children needs to be protected from things like, let them grow. Maybe when they grow and they can choose the wrong from the right, then okay. When they grow and they are able to choose from wrong to, because a lot of young people, I mean, we've read about the high suicidal rate about transgender. You know, it's a lot. But I'm posing this question to you guys. Do you think gay people should get married? Coming from a Christian perspective, do you think God created gay people? Yes, I know it's easy to say, oh no, gay people shouldn't get married and all of those things. But from Matt Walsh, he's saying that, you know, God expects that we love each other, accept everybody as they are. What is your take on that? Do you think God created gay people? Do you think gay people should get married? What is your stance on the church against this? Because I feel like it is becoming very rampant and we need to take serious steps, especially in the church. Please drop your thoughts, likes, comments on what you think about this video. Kindly share to people you think would need this, people that needs to see this. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.